for you.
Oh, it is. Is this one okay? Oh, it is. There you are.
When I close my eyes, all I see is you. When I close my eyes, all I see is you. When I fall to sleep, all I dream is you. When I fall to sleep, all I dream is you. Years older. And when I open my eyes, all I see is you. When I open my eyes, all I see is you. And simple gifts keep on giving what you give. It keeps me living on. Simple gifts keep on
Get your box.
giving. You give, it keeps me living on. All I want is you. All I need is you. And all I want is you. All I need is you.
Smoky Mott's Colin, that's one that you wrote.
He's going to bring some.
Yeah, that's it. That's Simple Gifts. That's a album title track from my latest album that Bruce is featured on. Several other tunes. You can find that on the internet. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on rolling here. Like your beer.
The name is.
So just we can kind of get our hands warmed up. You can always-
Let's do that one.
This is an old song called 7 Come 11. It's made famous by Charlie Christian, and he's kind of known as the godfather of the electric guitar. Rupert on the bass.
Thank you.
7 to 11.
Charlie Christian was notable in that back in the 30s and 40s, it was not socially acceptable to have mixed race bands. And Benny Goodman, to his everlasting glory, hired the black jazz guitarist, pioneering jazz guitarist, Charlie Christian, and had a historic concert at Carnegie Hall that featured Charlie Christian in the band. And he's playing on the same stage with, along with Teddy Wilson on piano too, and another black player. And he developed a color barrier, very socially important thing.
Benny Well,
yeah.
we're going to do a couple that we just want to keep the ball rolling here. So, who knows how long I've loved you? You know my love will still. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. Or if I ever saw you and didn't catch your name, say it never really mattered, I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. When last I find you, some will feel the air singing loud, so I can hear you. Make it easy to believe all the things you do indeed to me. I know I will. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. When at last I find you, your song will fill the air, singing loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to hear you. All the things you do indeed to me, I will. I Wow, thank you. I've got a funny story about that. I was learning the tune. I have a young daughter. She's getting a little older now, but about 5 years old for her. We were singing that song together, and her voice is, 5-year-old, really high, and it really didn't sound like Yoko Ono.
That song, by the way, was off of the Beatles' White Album.
Yeah.
And was it a John song or a Paul song? Paul sings it.
I think it's.
Yeah,
I don't know how to Paul song.
Anybody know?
Yes.
Anybody know the White Album?
I called it right off.
Yeah.
Paul?
It's kind
Yeah,
of
it's Paul singing.
on the White Album, but it's kind of one of their, if you will, old-fashioned songs.
Exactly.
Which means that it's probably a
Right. You really stepped it up.
yeah. I learned this one last night off the album, and Colin puts the chart down in front of me. He's like, oh, you did it in a different key. So, but we managed to do it. Sure.
Kind of in the same style as this new album I did recently. A couple of tunes that I did are sort of in the jazz realm. I've taken to learning lots of the old good classics, which we're going to play for you, a few of them. But One of the things I've tried to do is take those classic chord progressions and put my own words to them. Kind of like what you could do if you take a blues, formula and just put your own words to it. This one's similar to that. Who's got me down and who's got me crying? Who else could it be? Not other than me, myself and we've been running, I've been in line. Oh, my cheek, none other than me, myself and I. Yeah, we should done something different. Yeah, said something you didn't mean. Neither as the rich get richer, the poor. I'm stuck in a middle, hands in my pockets, waiting for a pot of gold, searching for a pot of gold. We've been running, hiding, yeah, lying. Oh, my chief, none other than me, myself and I. Yeah, wish you'd done something different. Yeah, said something you didn't mean. Yeah, neither has the rich get richer, the poor. I'm stuck in the middle, hands in my pockets, waiting for a pot of gold, searching for a pot of gold. Thank you.
Guitar and mouth trombone.
I always called it the mouth trumpet, but there was a trombonist that walked into the Carboni's pizza place I was playing recently, and he goes, "No, that's a trombone sound. That's in the register of a trombone."
Let's see.
This one's out of my latest album. It's called How to Write a Song. How to Write a Song. Choose a happy key, chords we all know, rhythm that's right, rhymes optional. Sing about love, put it in your is hosted by the Minnesota Guitar Society. Thank you for doing that. It's great. So, because it is a guitar set, I'll just say a real quick thing. This is called a capo. And what it does is it takes, this is called the nut here, but so what it does is it takes this and it moves it up to wherever you want to put it. So, you know, say you were to learn a C chord shape or something like that, you can put this thing down and that shape moves up. You change keys.
What does that mean?
What do you mean change keys? You know, for your vocals.
She was like, what's a C? When you said C, what does it mean?
Anyway. It's a good, well, the thing is, you know, like the song's called How to Write a Song, and that's really how you write a song. You come up with a good melody. You might use a trick like a capo. You come up with some words that make good sense. You throw in some words that make zero sense. People somehow find some sense out of that. And you kind of go weird places chordally too, as well. There's got to be a bridge, something that, you know, there's a form to it, you know. And so I had a lot of fun coming up with that one. It's one of my favorites.
What key was that in?
That was in the key of F. Yeah.
A little different.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go ahead and keep on cooking here. We're gonna do another song. Has anybody ever heard of Tom Waits?
You have.
Sorry.
Saw him on my 18th birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's great.
I think it was the whole coffee house at the University of Minnesota. That part's blurry, that Tom Waits there.
That sounds about right. He was part of that scene back then.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So this here is, so Bruce and I have been playing for years. We haven't played with Allison Rainey for a long time, but she's one of the finest singers I know of and talented musicians, and she turned me on to this song, Little Trip to Heaven, Tom Waits song. If you haven't heard him before, his voice is pretty hard to get past, but if you can, you get into the lyrics and the meaning, and it's just so great. So,
And his voice was what Lottie Lania used to describe her own voice as 2 octaves below laryngitis.
just a little trip to heaven on the wings of your love. Banana moon is shining in the sky. Feel like I'm in hell when you're with me. I know that I'm in heaven when you smile. Oh, I'm stuck on the ground. I've got something that I found. It's you. I don't need to take no trip to outer space. All I've got to do is look at your face. And before I know it, I'm in orbit around you. And thanking my lucky star that I found you. When I see your constellation, honey, you're my inspiration. It's true. It's you. You're my North Star when I'm lost and feeling blue. The sun is breaking through the clouds. Don't you know it's true, honey? All the other stars seem dim around you. I'm thanking my lucky star that I found you. When I see your smiling face, I know nothing's ever gonna take your place, and it's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. Shoo-be-doo-ba-ba-da.
It's one of his best songs, you know. It's got a ton. One of those, he's kind of, you know, Tom Waits is kind of one of those Bob Dylan types who's got a new album every year or more. Very prolific.
Yeah,
I mean, Mr. Condon?
sure, we can do that for footprints maybe.
Yeah, let's do that.
Pick things up a little.
This one is an old classic for jazzers. We love playing it.
Written by a saxophonist who just died last year. Wayne Shorter.
Wayne Shorter.
Yeah.
Miles Davis played with Wayne Shorter.
No?
Yes.
Yes? We like them.
Like, the guy who runs the Guitar Society is in this room somewhere. Yes, you are now.
He's right here.
I always.
Okay.
Wanna try my phone?
Yeah. So what I do, I'm kind of a student of music, you know, I think that's always the case when you're a performer too. You're always kind of obsessed with it, you know, constantly searching. Well, the thing is, it's a pretty good habit to have. And the old jazz songbook is very deep once you start getting into it. So I tend to go backwards musically in order to keep going forward. And sometimes when I'm doing that, I'm learning new songs, researching songs, I stumble upon something that, wow, I should have known it, you know? So it's finally, I finally gotten to this point where I feel like there's one ballad that you should know. I know lots of ballads, actually. This is one that's new to me. And like I said, I get sort of obsessed with it, and then it ends up being, I get obsessed with songs. One song, you know, be on that song for 2 months, you know, and then gets, you know, into the repertoire. This one was called My One and Only Love. It goes back all the way to the Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald days, but it's also a lesson in songwriting. I'm not going to sing it. The lyrics are fantastic, though. I'm just going to play the melody. hear me breathing, you know. But you can tell that we talk, we communicate, you know. It's like if you're on a team, you know, like say you're in sports or something, you're shouting, you know, and you're a quiet audience, so we don't have to shout. But here, you take us over there, I'll take that. You know what I mean? We're actually communicating. And I have been in bands where we do yell at each other. Not in a mean way, but like, we're going here right now.
Part of the thing that makes this kind of music such a joy for us to play is very often you end up putting the arrangement together right on the bandstand. You know, you're playing along and all of a sudden, you know, somebody like myself says, you know, let's take a little solo on the bridge there. You know, yeah, have at it, you know, and I go ahead and solo or, you know, or trade some, I toss some ideas back and forth with the violin player or something like that, or Colin does that, and it keeps it fresh and it keeps this interesting for us, and it's a surprise for the audience. It's not like a stock arrangement that we play the same every time.
The beauty of improvisation.
Yeah.
That right.
It's a language too, and you know, music, there's a lot of telepathy. You know, there's this, it's not pure telepathy, it's just that given a certain amount of knowledge, information that we have, we're able to kind of, when you reach a crossroads with a question mark, we kind of like, we'll look up, or there's some head gesture or something where we're like, what are we gonna do right there? You know, it's real subtle, but you know, that's one of the things I love about music. I'm sure there's other things like that too. Communicating, it's a lot of gesture, you know. It's like, have you ever tried to communicate your feelings via text message?
You make me feel like I'm sitting in a jazz club.
Yeah.
In New York,
Thank you.
and underground.
Get the lights down in here.
That's good. Don't forget to clink your cocktail glasses.
What's the mystery behind it?
Yeah, good.
Can you please open it? Yeah, that's one of my tunes. It's on my latest album. It's called Simple Gifts. Check it out.
There's a tradition when people put a new CD together of a release party. And, you know, some people think it's a dead medium, you know, they end up using them as coasters for beer cans and whatnot, instead of actually listening to the darn things.
Yeah.
But it's actually a really good idea to, like, write a dozen or so songs, come up with the arrangements, rehearse the pants often with a band of musicians, and release them as a finished album. I mean, even if it's something that, you know, music nowadays has sort of been reduced to 99-cent iPod, you know, downloads or whatever, it's still a really good discipline for a musician to put together an album, a collection, a coherent collection of tunes. And we had a wonderful time back in the fall doing 2 gigs, 2 CD release gigs for Colin's latest album. And it was one of the best musical experiences of my life, and it's fun to always play songs from those albums.
Yeah. It's a lot of work, you know. It's a lot of work, but you know, somebody's got to do it. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Like, nobody's gonna be you. You know, and it's like, you know, so you gotta believe in yourself. I would say, like, not in a negative way, but you know, nobody's gonna love you as much as you can love yourself. You know, so, and it's not egotistical, I don't think, to think that way. You know, it's who's gonna protect you. So, my obligation is to do music, you know, and art. I think I'd be in better trouble if I didn't, if you will.
You'd be stealing hubcaps off of cars. Mississippi River.
Yeah. And this is another one off the album dedicated to our precious freshwater resource, Lake Mississippi. Bob Dylan can play harmonica. Even you.
Anybody can play.
And that's actually true. It's kind of what inspired me. Because the freewheeling Bob Dylan, if you ever listen to that one, there's this shrill solo that just will not stop. He holds this note, and it's just so bad. It's the right, wrong note, but it's like, whoa, okay, I could do that, maybe even a little bit. No. And then Neil Young, I really like his harmonica playing. But really, who actually got me going was my dad. He wasn't a musician at all. But just one day, one evening, he was playing around on his harmonica, and I thought, I don't know, I guess maybe I could do that someday. It's simple, how the influence that parents or elders can have on somebody, especially in their formative years, core memories they call it, really can make an impact. No pressure.
About 5 years ago, I was rehearsing at Colin's house, and how old was Sebastian? About 8 years old?
He's 12 now, yes.
He was about 7 or 8, and we were jamming, and his son picked up a harmonica and started playing along with us. It's like, and I just like, and Sebastian looks an awful lot like Colin singing here. And it occurred to me, I wonder if this was what Colin did at that age, just like this generational thing. It was great. It was a wonderful moment.
Yeah, I did. I was fortunate to be around some pretty cool music when I was a kid. Actually, quite frightening music. Has anybody ever heard of powwow music?
Yes.
Powwow, like Native American powwow music? Sure. Well, that's where I actually grew up. My dad was one of those drummers, one of those singers, long hair, and I grew up around that kind of music when I was a little kid, up until about 11, and that made a huge impact on me. And when you're little, you believe things like the boogeyman and stuff. When you see those faces painted and stuff, I went to real traditional powwows, and I was really scared. But I heard that music, and the singing was like, that's really deep. So I only try to take just maybe fraction of that feeling, you know what I mean? It's a lot, it's a burden to carry. All right, well, let's keep on rolling here.
Can I do Bessie's Blue, or? Sure, we can do that, yeah. No, absolutely.
All right, well, this is another one off that album. I guess we're just kind of continuing on a theme. Written actually I have it written on my chart as 2009, but it was around the time of Hurricane Katrina, New Orleans. I remember being shocked at that. For some reason, I always felt a kinship to New Orleans, especially the music. But I remember Mary Lucia on the radio saying, nobody's written any songs about this. And I'm like, well, I have one, but I won't play it on the radio. And it's also because it was just a junky demo that I had. And so I finally, just last year, recorded this Last Dance for New Orleans. Pretty cool. Goes a little something like this. As a lady with wings, a baby gone. Okay.
It's been a while since I played
This
this.
is another one of those, I don't wanna brag about it, right, because I don't mess with that, but it's one of those I've been trying to work on for like 20 years, around midnight. And so I teach these classes, and what happens is I work on these tunes that I have a hard time with, and then I learn them. Yes. You know. And this is another one, Thelonious Monk, or the Loneliest Monk, that's what I call it.
Yes,
Wow.
and then it starts where?
We'll do it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Hudson, do it.
chord, you know, that sad sounding chord. Instead, you want to make it a happy note, so the third of the chord, the interval of the third, you make major.
I like that a lot.
Now you know what a fixed third is.
There's this great Bob Dylan album, Modern Times, one of my favorite, really recently, like past 15 years, I'd say. Modern Times. And very sad song, A minor the entire way, somber mood, all the words, 13 verses of Bob Dylan attitude. And then it ends, it's like all really dark like this, and the very last word.
Pretty third, baby.
Yeah, just a tiny little bit of hope there at the end. Thanks, Bob. Time check.
4:05.
Should we?
Another one for these nice folks. Nobody left during the middle of the gig. That's always a positive sign. Although we realize sometimes people need to get their meds, How about Bessie's Blues? Or how about Bye Blackbird?
How about
Sure. I'll go what key you want. E flat.
Stormy Monday Blues? Oh yeah. Those are Morrows. They call it Stormy Monday, when Tuesday's just as bad. They call it Stormy Monday, yes, and Tuesday's just as bad. When Wednesday's worse, Thursday's also sad. The eagle flies on Friday, I get paid, and Saturday I go downtown to play. The eagle flies on Friday, I get paid, and Saturday I go downtown to play. Sunday I go to the beach, yeah, 'cause that's where I prefer to pray.
I'd like to take a chorus.
it sits down in the west. Sunrise in the east, and it sits down in the west. It's hard to tell, it's hard to tell which one I do like best.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here. I think that's about all we got the time for today. We'll have to come back again sometime.
Yeah.
Bruce Morrow on the bass, I'm Colin Monette.
Slinging the blarney on that Irish guitar of his, Colin. We played a gig about 5 years ago where a woman asked him with a perfectly straight face, "Is your guitar Irish?" And I told him, "'Tis true, he's a loyal son of Aaron, full name Colin Aloysius Finney O'Grady Monette, and hasn't even slinging the blarney throughout the gig."
Thank you.